Hey besties, it's Ari Starks, your favorite tattoo artist and your favorite Libra. We are at Soft Home Studios and we will be tattooing our special guest, Tiara Unique Francios. Hey Tiara!
Hey y'all. Ari invited me out to the studio. She gave me this bomb tattoo. This it's just good quality. You want a black woman artist who gonna do the job. It's gonna make sure your design right. She gonna readjust it when it needs readjusting. She's also an expert, so she know how to design it. You already know where to go. Soft Home Studios.
Yes. Oh my god, that's like the best commercial ever. Okay, yeah, but if you want to see the process of how we got to the finished product of her tattoo, keep watching and follow us along.
You got desires, I know. You got desires, I know. You got desires.
Visualize at the moment.
I was thinking about placement. I was thinking kind of like forearm.
Okay.
So what you think about that?
I actually
think
like
that-
that better. Yeah, because I know you were like saying you wanted it where your dad's was, but I was like,
I still want it to be like cute and girly, so I don't want it to be too like. My mom was like, "So you gonna get a jailhouse tattoo?" I was like, "Dang, you say it like that?"
it look
Like, jeez.
I just don't want to like. I know a lot of people like to get things in the middle of their arm, and I try to like stray away from that because if you want to get like a sleeve later on, or you want to
and I do.
Exactly.
Okay, you're
So
the professional. You're the professional.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in the middle, but forearm for sure would be nice. I would say even the back of the arm here, but not just like straight.
Okay. Yeah, that's why you're the expert. That's why you're the professional.
So I was thinking of doing this heart piece, solid black, and then doing the cross stippled, so like very light shading to give like a negative contrast effect, and then doing the banner, pretty simple as well, kind of like how your dad's was. It was pretty like straight to the point lines. That's it. And so maybe like a little shading. I love shading. I like to throw that in there, but nothing crazy. I want to kind of keep the essence of like his simplicity of his tattoo, and then give you like that contrast. So like you get like a solid black heart, like the original Adinkra simple, and then you get like the basic like stippling vibe, you know? Yeah.
Hey.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm like a little nervous because I be fangirling over you.
Why you nervous?
I don't know, like I just think you're hella cool.
Girl, I be liking all your. I'm like, here she go again with another good tattoo. I said, here she go again.
LOL, I hope so. Shit, that's kind of like my thing. That'd be like you popping out with something that you could do it. Produce now in this world. At least like content and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you like that part, or do you like?
One thing I'll say about social media, I appreciate how it shrinks the world, and you can have different opportunities that kind of find you. But I think that the pressure of the idea of making content, I was just talking about that the other day, or to myself, I guess. It's like also the best conversations that you have. It's like, damn, this could have been a video. You have it when it's not turned on because you're not thinking about the conversation. You're just letting it happen. I feel like sometimes it could taint your mind about always thinking about this could be content, this could be a good video, this could be a good, where it could kind of taint your experience sometimes. But I think it is, I kind of appreciate living in this age just because I feel like a lot of opportunities are there, and if you could take away the stress of making content, it opens up a lot of doors.
I feel that.
As an artist, you also feel like you have to do so much more. You have to constantly produce, where it's like that's not how art works a lot of the time. You might be in a summer season where everything is growing, coming to you quick, but you might be in that winter where you're supposed to sit back and reflect and let stuff rejuvenate naturally.
Right.
But you know, capitalism, they don't like rest.
No, do not.
They don't like rest.
Do you ever find like there's times where you like have to, I don't know, or you think about like get into the hustle of like the everyday life just because, I don't know, things are harder to like art wise, like things are slow or things are harder?
As far as like doing like a 9 to 5 type of,
yeah, like just trying to make shit shake, I guess you could say.
Oh yeah, I guess also it can be, not to say frustrating, but you really have to be flexible. I feel like as a creative, if you're not all the way booked up with what your main focus is, you definitely have to be flexible and not take that as a like hit to your self-worth as an artist or like as a person. As far as like, I have to work here and do this and that. It's like, okay, we still gotta eat. So do what you gotta do till you get where you're trying to be.
Right.
Because also being a full-time creative is hard. Like, cause some seasons might be more dry than others, but to stay faithful and committed to the process, it is difficult because you have to have a lot of trust and faith in not only what you're doing, but also that somebody will connect with it enough to support you overall.
So we have this one. We have this bigger one. I don't know how big you want it. I don't know if you should go too crazy. How big is your other tattoo?
It's small. It's like,
yeah, girl,
like a little baby.
Big. I would say this is the biggest I would go for you.
Okay.
And then we have this smaller one.
I kind of did want it to be sizable, so probably this is a second length or that one. Yeah.
I don't want to give you this big ass thing.
Okay, we could do that one then.
I think this one would be fine.
Perfect.
It's still like, because the bigger it's like, is this for a man? So.
Like social media, it's like everything can be fake. But it can be convincing because also you want it to be convincing as far as like, as a viewer, it's like, oh, they got this, and this. It's like, you don't even know that person for real. You don't know what even if they have it, they might have everything. You don't know how much work they had to do to get to there. Because when I'm on my like grind and like post a video every day, this and that, I'm like, damn, this is a job for real.
Everything's a job.
Oh, she got this. Like, I feel like the things with me having like a following is people definitely see it some type of way as far as like they project a lot. I feel like. And it's like, girl, when I'm on myself, you don't know how much work this requires. Like, you might think you want it, but you have to put in, even if it's something simple, you have to make the time to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
And carve out of your days to, like, do the action.
Okay, I'm going to have you turn your arm, like, super weirdly, oddly straight. Yeah, perfect. Did you want it, like, more in the middle? Did you want it higher?
I think the middle is fine.
Okay.
I think that's hard. See, I was like, wow, in another life, I probably would be a tattoo artist. Like, I actually thought about it when I was like going to school for painting. I was like, damn, I want to.
You went to school for painting?
I went to UTA in Arlington.
I dropped out of UTA.
I can understand.
I've been dry, like no inspiration. But I'm like learning to like find inspiration in another way. It's just harder to find that shit like in yourself or like your own stimuli. I think it's hard because it's like I'm so accustomed to this experience, so I can't be inspired by my experience.
Yeah, it is definitely. It feels like a challenge. It's like for me, it's like a slower build up. As far as like, I might could get there, but it's gonna take consistency. It's gonna take consistency. It's gonna take some build up to get there.
I definitely feel that shit. Are you nervous?
I said what?
Are you nervous? You're nervous.
No, it's like
LOL. You said what? I'm gonna just line everything and then let you decide. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. The first like couple minutes always suck. I think yours was tiny, so you probably just had a whole painful experience the whole time. But
damn,
the first couple minutes suck, and then your body kind of like is like, okay, that's fine.
Let's step out.
Yeah. It will let it happen.
Wait, skinnier is more painful?
Correct.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
So, you're from Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
Which part?
Like we stayed in Pleasant Grove when I was a baby.
Okay.
But then we moved to Buckaville, and now we stay in DeSoto. So, where are you from?
Technically here, I guess. I was born in Maryland, but I was raised in like Fort Worth.
Really?
Yeah.
And you say you've been tattooing for 5 years?
Mm-hmm. I started when I was 17.
Oh wow. Is that like when you was done with college? You was
Like shortly after I dropped out of UTA.
Let me see what's going on with this.
Literally, shortly after dropping out of UTA, I was like, let me tattoo.
Were you an apprentice with somebody, or how did it go?
I was an apprentice for like 2 people. And then like the first person, he taught me like for like a month, and then like was like, you're good enough to be an artist. And I was like,
wow.
Yeah, I still don't know about that until this day, but then I was just tattooing, and then I was like, I don't feel like I had a proper apprenticeship. And I was this other guy, and he was like trying to tax me like $100 million, gazillion dollars to fucking tattoo.
Wait, as far as like having studio rent or what?
Studio rent, paying for an apprenticeship. Like he was like, you gotta do like, he had me paying him to tattoo, and then all the money I made from tattooing, he got a percentage, and then I paid a booth rent on top of that. So I only worked there for a week because
she said this is too much.
Yeah, what? You're not gonna finesse me like that, yo. That's crazy as fuck. And I was 18.
Okay.
And my parents were like, we're not like, they were not supportive. It's so crazy.
So you doing tattoos in general? Like at all?
The whole shit. They were like, girl, this is not what we raised you to be. But now they're hella supportive. Like they like funded this shop for the most part.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
girl.
how long did it take them to like come around to it?
I think my mom, it took her less time. Like I made my first like 10 bands at 19 doing this shit.
Damn.
Wait,
Was like, what was you tattooing at? Like what you mean?
I was at my first professional shop.
In college, I mean, it depends on what you're doing for it. It kind of only do so much sometimes. Like, I feel like I went for art, and one thing that I feel like was a common thread was people, you can't make it as just an artist though. Like, it's very rare. The teachers be saying the same shit. It's like, ain't you an artist? So it's kind of like you kind of discouraging me a little bit. It's like, well, it's just hard. It's like, I understand it being hard, but you're making it seem impossible. Like, no way I'm in school paying for this. And you talking about some... Yeah, I don't know. People don't normally make it off of just art.
Projecting their fucking fears.
That's what I'm like, you're projecting, but it's like you're projecting onto young like students who like, I'm doing this every day. I'm coming to class doing this, so
with hopes of doing this shit for my life, and then it's like,
but also like realizing like they had like experiences, but it's like you're not me, so you can't say that you can't make it because you just wasn't, you might not,
you just wasn't like that.
Yeah, you're just not me.
Right.
So, also, I find like being an artist, it's like you gotta be a little bit like, not to say off mentally, but to have everybody like going against
delusional.
You, and you still like committed to it. Like you have to be a little bit off mentally.
Yes, bro. That's and it's so funny because at the height of like me trying to like go for this shit, I was definitely like manic. Like I found out in the like after going to UTA, like I was like bipolar and ADHD.
How did you find that? How you find that out? You was going to therapy.
They locked my ass up, not in the jail. In the other thing.
How long were you at the studio, the professional studio, basically?
The first one that I was at, probably like 8 months. I think that was my longest sprint at anybody else's shit. I have a tendency of like getting fired or like quitting. I'm problematic. I'm just come out and say it.
What should we do that's problematic?
I be shaking a room like.
So the fact that you self-aware, be like, what do you do?
Because my thing is, you're not gonna talk to me no type of way. I don't care if you're my mama. I don't care if you.
I don't know if that's problematic though.
No, it can be because it's like.
Is that not like instilling your boundaries, kind of like?
It is, but that's also fucking with everybody money and all that shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I can see. Do you like tattooing in a shop, or do you kind of like doing your own thing a little bit more? As far as like now that you have to compare it.
It's a great question. I like my own shit. I like my own shit. I'm my own person. I'm really bad with like authority. Like I don't fuck with that shit at all. Like. I don't want to have to follow nobody's rules. I don't want to have to worry about how I'm making you feel. I don't want to have to say hello every morning. I just don't be in the mood. I just want to come in here, do my shit, be in my vibe. I want to control the music. I want to control the energy. Like, do you work at you work in your own space, like home studio?
When I was at school, we had our own little like part of the classroom. And then I was at some place called, it's like a studio. at Cedar Union. The way it was set up, it's kind of like cubicle. Like it's all like studio spaces, but it's like 12 studio spaces, and you kind of get your little cubicle, and that's your space. Mm-hmm. And it was made to be like I guess a community type vibe, because you could kind of, it's very open, like an open floor plan.
Okay.
Which I thought that was cool when I first went there. And then going into that, I'm like, I think I would like some more privacy, because y'all just, it's too much energy.
Like, that's why I created like soft tone, like, because at first I was like already started tattoos for like forever, and I was like, oh, like soft tone, because I had a homegirl and she was like telling me about like her brand and everything, and I'm like, okay, like I fuck with that, and it kind of like inspired like, okay, what do I want to give the world? And like, I know for a long time it's just been an experience. Like, people always be like, it's such an experience. Like, that's why I like coming to you. Like, it's always just like a vibe. Even if it's not like the tattoo, like I could do the most simplest shit, but they're like, I just like your energy. I like vibing with you. Like, I love like our appointments. And I'm like, yeah, like, and I just think about when I felt like the best, and it was like kind of like that homey feeling, like the childhood home, like black girl, like getting your hair done in front of the TV, like home cooked meal. Like, that's just what I thought about. And I'm like, yeah, soft home, like that. It's just saying, yeah. And then everyone's like, we're gonna think it's like fucking, you know, furniture or whatever. And I'm like, I can see that, but once you see everything come together, you're like, oh, okay, like soft home, because like it's like a vibe, like you're cozy, like you're chill, like it's, and that's why I kind of like the private area, like the private studio, because it's like you don't feel pressured to like perform. I want to create spaces that are like unique to the people that I'm tattooing. I'm still working on like curating that to its fullest, but like just really giving you something like memorable. So like, did you know you always wanted to like paint, or like was that like a afterthought of something?
That kind of came when I went to community college, because I had took a painting class.
Oh shit!
And I was like, oh, this kind of cool. I would always like draw. Like when I was a teenager, I was just drawing like every day, sketching every day.
Oh, you're like a cool kid.
I was homeschooled, so I don't know. There was not really anybody. If it was a cool kid, it was nobody to really perceive that. It was nobody to perceive it really. So, but I was like committed to like drawing and just doing different stuff. So when I went to community college, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I'm like, I guess this is the next logical step. Go here, do your basics. Did that, and you could do electives. So that's when I decided to. I think I was doing music, so I did like a keyboard class, and then I also did the painting. And I was scared of painting before that, because I'm like, okay, I don't know how to get started. I don't know what to do. I tried painting, but I was just like, okay, it's too much. When I draw, it's just pencil and paper. So when I did the class, I'm like, oh, I'm not really bad at this. And I think that gave me enough energy to like look into it and see what else was there. Why everybody say you could be a starving artist? I'm like, oh, y'all wasn't that good at it. Like, it does take a lot of like work to get to like sustainable, but some people just aren't good at what they're doing, and they blame it on everything else. I have a strong opinion on as far as like when people want to look at everybody else for why they're not being supported, but they're also not obsessed with perfecting their craft. Yes. And like getting better. It's like you're making the same thing and sharing it. You share one thing, we supposed to just know what you're doing. Yes. You have to be consistent with us seeing it in our face, because as you have a lot of stuff going on, we have a lot of stuff going on. So
people
the more
forget.
consistent, the more consistent you were posting it, you kind of just keeping it on our mental.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, you can be a cheater. You don't have to be a cheater and a liar.
Yeah.
Pick your battles.
Like, pick one.
Yeah. Nobody likes those.
For the both of us.
No, literally. Let me know what we're doing so I can move accordingly.
I don't know. What about you? Like, do you see yourself like doing the whole traditional life thing?
Yeah, but as I'm like seeing it, it's like maybe mid-30s, and just because with me still living at home, I'm the oldest of 6 siblings. Damn. And the youngest is like 6.
Oh my god.
So it's like I've had. They're like 46.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's like I'm always around family, which I mean that's a blessed experience if you like your family. But
true. And
like they cool. But I think with helping, just being the oldest and being there when they're born and helping raise them in certain aspects, just being like an extra person, I'm like, okay, I don't want this for myself right now. Like, you're a silver girl.
I am. Oh my god. I'm so happy
Only
you
because
picked
I
up
saw you the one, because I'm a gold type.
I'm
so
trying
I
to
know
get
that you had the
into it.
one gold.
Trying to get into
so
it.
I was wondering, but the silver is nice on you though.
Thank you. I feel very I feel like a very like silver
Like
cool.
I feel like silver, yeah. I feel like it's cool tone, but it also is kind of cool. Like if you like maybe because we're just used to futuristic things being like chrome.
Yeah.
I feel like I love gold because it has that warm quality, but I love silver for it being like very like a cool type of person.
That's the other thing, like finding your style. I love your style. I noticed like you have like a very specific, unique like thing.
What you feel about yoga?
I've never done. Well, I've done yoga one time, and then it made me cry, and I was like, okay.
Really? Was it like a release or
yeah?
What
it was like a traumatic.
Was you doing like a hip opener?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I just
they say that's what I will get you.
Yes, bro. But it was great.
Hip openers,
I was like, oh, okay. So I do want to do yoga, but I've always been like, oh, this is stupid, you know. But it's not stupid. I mean, it works. Like it. Right now,
only reason that I ask is because people who like use their body like actively, it is good for your lymphatic system, like letting your fluid, like your circular, all of that, and helping you. I try to do yoga consistently. I've been doing it more consistently lately.
Okay, consistency.
Because I was like, I gotta take care of my body. Like if I'm trying to be fine at 35, I still want to feel
fine. Feel fine. It look fine. Right.
Like I'm trying to be limber.
I started eating different too because of
what you been eating? I saw you had a smoothie earlier.
I did.
Okay.
I have a little smoothie every morning.
Yeah.
I don't eat any like meat other than like chicken.
Okay.
And then like I do veggies and fruit.
Okay,
like,
so you try to keep it light.
Yeah, light and clean. Accident was so bad, like it was like definitely like a near death experience, and I think after that shit I'm like very.
Was you was a passenger?
I was driving and I got T-boned by a drunk driver.
When was it at night or
at 3 o'clock in the morning? And I knew better. I don't leave
what
the house on a full moon, and I don't leave the house at 3 a.m. And I went against both of my rules, trying to get some clean. And that's the fuck I get.
So how did it take you to
they were like, "How did you survive?" I'm still recovering from it. I think like for the most part, I'm okay. I'm not gonna say I'm back to normal. I don't think I'll ever return back to normal. But like, I'm functioning again because for a long time I had to just stay in the house. I couldn't like especially the month after I had to be in the dark. Like I had the most serious fucking concussion. Like, because everyone's like, "Bitch, you almost died." Like if I almost died, like everybody who was at the accident, they were like, "We didn't think anybody was gonna be out of the car." Like it was that bad. You know, like life is fucking short. Like you don't like. I think that was just like a wake up call. And universe is always, and it's so funny because I had got divinely exalted tattooed on me like shortly before that.
Really?
Yeah, and then like shortly after, smacked. And like that is exaltation in my opinion because I could have died. Like any normal person would have died in that. And like I felt like in that moment I was asked like, do you want to stay or do you want to go? Like that's what I like.
That's what you took.
I like heard. I heard it. Like when I was like. Because I seen it coming, like I turned, like I went through the light and I saw the car, and before I could even process, I was like smacked. Yeah. And then like by the time like everything stopped moving, I heard, "Do you want to stay or do you want to go?" And like I was like kind of like.
That's crazy how I mean like we can have like those voices or that like inner understanding.
Oh, for
and
sure.
it's like clear as day.
Oh, for sure.
But it's like we have to have that experience to kind of break through the wall of whatever we got going on.
Yeah, I mean, every like great person has like Kanye, like he was having one of those, like 50 Cent, like all them, like everybody has like a moment like that. I mean, for the most part, you know, if it's not like scary, it's like it's happening around you, or something like tragic or drastic happens, so you can get the same fucking lesson. Everybody's not hard-headed like me, so that's good. I hope like a lot of people don't go through something like that. And that was like my third accident too, like.
You feel like it made you more, like, I guess, spiritually in tune, like you being aware of stuff, or do you already feel like it's the same as it was before?
I feel like I'm definitely a lot more locked in, I think, spiritually. Because I feel like when I said I wanted to stay, I kind of accepted, like, the responsibilities of my life, you know? Mm-hmm. I think, like, I had to, like, kind of say, like, okay, I'm gonna take this shit serious. Like, I'm gonna do the things that I say I want to do and be the person that I was put here to be, instead of trying to just wait for some magical fucking moment to happen and some random opportunity to appear, because that's not real. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, opportunities will appear for you if it's, you know, meant, but it requires work. Like, you have to put in work, and I think, like, I got complacent, and I thought I was big and bad, like, and I was on top of the world, and that's not what the fuck this is. Like, I'm of source, I'm not source, so I can't fucking, you know, like, it's like talking shit to your mama. How you gonna do that? You can't do that, girl. And I was out of line in so many different aspects of my life anyway, and so, like, I feel like I needed that shit to happen, and, like, honestly, like, good things have come from it happening that way. I think a lot of stuff happens to me so I can, like, help other people. I don't know what capacity yet, but I know that, you know, there's definitely a grand plan at play. And then I'm like, damn, do we really control our reality, or is this shit already played out for us? I be having mad deja vu, and I'm just
having deja vu a lot too, and I feel like it's so intricate that we don't even understand how it will work. Because I feel like it can be, like, predestined, but it's like you the one who made it predestined though. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Before you even got here, you played. I swear, like, you played the shit out all the way, and then you agreed to play it out for real.
So it's like, but you're the one who created it. So it's like, is it predestined? It's like, yeah, because you made it, but you might not remember it. Like, as you walking around now, you might remember it innerly, and you're trying to get yourself to make the right decisions. But,
like, your desires, like how they be like, oh yeah, you want this because you already have it.
Yeah,
and things like that.
So, and it's like, at least for me, I feel like when I, like, have a desire for something and then I get it, something else was supposed to happen, but I wasn't gonna care about that to make me get to that point. So I had to get the little carrot in front of the horse. You had to get the carrot in front of you to get to the destination. Because you wasn't gonna care about the destination because you didn't know why it was significant, but you're gonna care about the carrot. So that's what you're gonna chase. So I think that's why it's important to follow your impulses and your desires, because it's showing you kind of what you. It's helping bring you to the point of completion of what you need to be doing. I will say this: I did shrooms one time. All it took was one.
What?
It was one time. All it took was one. After that, that's kind of when I stopped, like, doing and drinking so much. I thought I was drinking a lot, but everything else, I just kind of chilled out on it, because that experience kind of, for me, I feel like I just understood what God was immediately and, like, fully, and I'm like, no way. I guess no way that I didn't realize it to this effect before, and it really is, y'all, God is vibration. But literally. Every vibration is just the vibration in this room is what that is. And I was like, what? So God is everything in me? I think that's when I started freaking out, because I was like, wait, I made this in a higher dimension type vibe. Yeah. So, I don't know, that was very intense, but it felt like a complete understanding type of thing. I was like, I don't see how people doing this. Y'all doing shrooms every week? I was like, y'all can't be getting this message, because this is too much.
What's about this?
Like, it's still hurting.
It's still hurting. A little ill.
Follow, subscribe.
Yo!
You got desires. I know. You got desires. I know.